Once upon a time, there were two lovely children named Jessie and George. They lived near a jungle and sadly they became very poor.
One day, Jessie and George were playing out in the fields, but then they got bored playing, so they went back home. When they got there, they overheard their parents talking about leaving them stranded in the jungle.
Commercial break.
Once upon a time, kids lived in jungles, bored and tired, until they got the new Jessie and George story mode. Now you can choose the destiny of Jessie and George, make choices and important decisions to decide their fate. Will you be the next hero? $2.99 on App Store and Google Play. $30 for PS4, Xbox One, and Xbox 360. Call now.
Now back to our show.
Let's leave them in the jungle.
Why?
Because then we'll have more food and be more wealthy.
Okay, you're right. That's a great idea.
The next morning, Jessie and George woke up very early and snuck outside.
Hey, George, get up.
Why? I'm sleepy.
George!
They picked up some glistening rocks and hurried back into bed.
Commercial break.
Ever been hungry? Need something to eat when your parents leave you stranded in the jungle? No problem. Buy our genuine, made in China, glistening gummy rocks. You can choose from delicious flavors such as apple, banana, grape, strawberry, chocolate, and many more. Order within 5 minutes and get 30 gummies per pack. Buy it now for a limited time offer. Order now while supplies last. No refund if death occurs. Do not take with any other medications. May start an outbreak of smallpox. Must be 18 years or older to order.
Now back to our show.
In the morning, their parents told the children that they were going to go camping in the jungle.
Get up, sleepyheads.
As they walked into the dense, dark jungle, each time they stopped, Jessie or George would drop a glistening rock. In this way, without their parents noticing, they made a path with rocks that glistened.
We will find our way home at night.
Then their parents found the perfect spot for camping. The parents said they were going to hunt for food, but they never came back. The jungle was dark and they could hear the sounds of animals all around them. They heard a snake hissing, the kids were very scared.
Jessie and George followed a path that they had made. A few moments later, they arrived at their house. Their parents were not at all happy to see them.
Jessie, George, how did you get here?
How are you here?
Aren't you happy to see us?
The next day, their parents took Jessie and George deeper into the jungle. This time, Jessie and George ate cake as they walked. They left crumbs to make a path. A few moments later, they arrived at the perfect camping spot. This time, the parents said they were going to get some firewood, but they never came back. The children went back to the patch of crumbs that they had made, but it was no longer there.
We are doomed.
We are not doomed.
So they traveled deeper into the jungle, getting more and more lost. When they found a house made of cotton candy, they were so hungry they stopped what they were doing and got a handful of cotton candy. Then an old lady came out of the house. Jessie and George dropped what they had in their hands and looked at the old lady in a nice way.
Come, I'll take good care of you, children.
Have you ever felt that taking good care of random children that have tried to eat your cotton candy house is tiring? Our cotton candy flavored energy drink makes you extra hyper with 13 different types of healthy all natural sugar. Sponsored by Glistening Gummy Rocks. Now back to our show.
Jessie and George felt like they were finally being treated the way they should be treated, and they followed the old lady into the house.
The next day, the old lady put George in a cage and said,
I'll make you my jungle snack.
After that, she made Jessie work as her servant. George and Jessie were both so worried that they were going to be eaten by the old lady. She seemed to be a witch.
I am doomed.
I will figure out a way to get you out of the cage.
The next day, the witch told Jessie to clean the oven, and Jessie was smart enough. She told the witch,
I don't know what to do. Can you show me and then I'll do it?
The witch showed Jessie how to open the oven, and Jessie quickly pushed the witch into the oven and slammed the oven door shut. The witch was gone.
We can go home now.
No, I'm melting. Jessie and George found a lot of gold in the witch's house and took as much gold as they could carry with them. They found their way back home and their dad explained.
Do commercial break.
Have you ever wanted to be just like Jessie and George? Well, you can't, but you can play with our new Jessie and George action figures. They can shoot lasers, can fly and take you anywhere, because obviously they can do anything. They put their mind too. Call now while supplies last. Batteries not included. Figures sold separately. Order in the next 5 minutes at 1264-346-3468 for a 50% discount. $35.99 per action figure.
Mr. Wilson, why didn't you want to be with your own children at the beginning?
Because I thought they were annoying and kind of useless. I also wanted to be alone because my wife died and my children fight and talk too much.
How did your wife die?
She died because she was so guilty.
Why was she so guilty?
Because she left Jessie and George in the jungle.
At the beginning, why were you guys so poor?
We were so poor because we wasted all our money on things we wanted and forgot what we needed. But now with the gold, we will try to buy things like food.
Okay, thanks for sharing. Now switching to the witch. Okay, when you saw the kids, what did you feel like doing to them?
Well, I felt like helping them since they came out of nowhere, and I felt bad, but then I saw they did anything I told them, so they started to be my maids. The day after that, I had an idea, and that was to make Jessie clean the oven.
But why did you choose Jessie instead of George?
Because I thought she was dumb and wouldn't think of doing what he does in the story.
Could you tell me what Jessie does to you?
Yes, of course. Well, then she told me she didn't know how to clean the oven, so then I showed her, and that's when Jessie pushes me into the oven, steals my gold, and then they run away.
Wait, Jessie and George run away?
Yes.
Okay, thanks for sharing, and that is it for today's interview. The end. Sponsored by Glistening Gummy Rocks.
Brought to you by
Luis,
Ashley,
Isalda,
Stephanie,
Fabricio,
Edward,
Antonia,
Israel.
Fabian.